So we are back in Hanoi, currently at Hanoi train station. It's about 9 o'clock. In about an hour, we're taking an overnight train from Hanoi to Sapa, which is about 10 hours overnight. We have booked a private carriage. Most of the railways in Vietnam are owned by Vietnam Railways. In fact, all the railways are owned by Vietnam Railways. But some companies have bought out individual carriages, and we've paid for a carriage with a sort of, just a couple of beds in it, a private carriage as it were. It costs us about $150, so about £120 for the night instead of a hotel. So it's quite expensive, it was splash out, but sharing a carriage and a bunk bed, I'm not 20 anymore. I'm going to struggle with that. My daughter will be appalled, but we'll see how it is. I'll give you a quick video around and we'll see what it's like. We leave in about an hour. There is a VIP lounge, so we'll go have a beer before we get on the train. So this is the Chapa lounge at Hanoi station, which is for the use of anybody who's travelling and paid for a Chapa carriage or suite or seat, etc. So this was a really nice area. It is basically a bar. It has some food as well, selection of cocktails. The staff are super friendly. The vibe is really kind of laid back, and it's a great place to spend some time for a couple of hours before you get on the train. I had a couple of beers, Paula had a couple of old fashions. It was great. So we've now boarded and have just found our carriage. So the first thing to say is, as I walked and dragged our bags on here, these are really, really low roofs, and I smashed my head twice, so I think I've cut my head open, which is really, really painful. So this is our carriage. It's pretty small, but it's pretty comfortable, quite nicely decorated. It's got two beds, one each side. They've provided some soft drinks, a few snacks, etc. Not much really. And there's a small window. That's my hat. So above each bed is another bed. So this carriage actually holds four. We've booked the whole carriage to ourselves, which costs about $160, so it was worth it. Above it, some pillows, etc. But as I say, the carriage is pretty small, and I'm worried if I'm going to fit on the bed, but we shall see how we get on. Hopefully you've had a chance to watch my video where we visited Train Street a couple of days ago. Well, this is Train Street from another perspective. So we've just left the station in Hanoi and we are now pulling through Train Street. You can hear the various whooping and hollering from people. If you haven't been to Train Street, it's well worth a visit in Hanoi. It's absolutely packed in there, but a very popular attraction. But this is from the other side, and yeah, should be out of this Hanoi pretty soon. On the train now, and you can't sleep because of that noise you can hear there, which has been ongoing for the last 7 hours. Despite the nice compartment, it's possible to sleep on this train. Paula has got about an hour's sleep, but I've got none, and I don't know how Paula can sleep with that. I don't know if you can hear it, it's very faint just in the background. Nightmare. So after 5 nights in Sapa, just done the return journey back from Sapa to Hanoi with the same train, overnight train, coming the other way on a Chapa carriage. What I would say is it was quite a bit quieter. Our compartment was towards the middle of the carriage, not at the end, which made a big difference on the noise. That said, even with earplugs, I still didn't sleep. Paula got a little bit of sleep, but not loads. And I sat up most of the night watching the American Office and watching Liverpool in the Champions League, which they won, which is good, which streamed really well. So I'm kind of 50-50 on the whole overnight train experience. If you can afford to pay $160 for a private carriage, then it's okay, right? You're going to struggle to sleep. But you get a private carriage yourself, and it's very comfortable, and a good Wi-Fi as well, and that was fine. The negative is it's a lot of money, $160 both ways. That's not everybody can afford that, and all you're really getting is some privacy and a bit more comfort. That said, I don't know what the normal service would be like, where you're just getting a seat, but it's a lot cheaper, I can say that. So I think this will be the last overnight train I take. Mainly because I don't fit in the space anyway, so it's a bit of a waste of money. But next time we're going to go from Dong Hoi to Hue, which will be in the day, and it's only about 4 hours. We'll do that as a daytime journey. So hopefully this was useful. Feel free to subscribe or click like if this was useful, and I'll keep doing these.